Hey guys, how you doing? Another layout video here to help you level faster. And so to make this as quick as it gets, it will still be a very long video. I will talk about layouts, simple layouts first, more complicated layouts later. This will be uncut because I don't feel like cutting after looking for so much stuff through so many layouts. So the first thing was, Arthur, are you retarded? 3 points always form a triangle if you draw a line between them. And I'm like, boy, the point is, okay, one is here somewhere, so it should be around here. The sides of the triangle are all about equally long, okay? So that was a tip. That's it. The triangle won't have some super weird shape. It will have same length on every side, roughly. And the other question, the other thing people had a problem with was the Lunar Stamp level 2 tile thingy. So I showed the screenshot. It's in the description of this video once again. And you go into number 2. I will deactivate this. You see my left foot is standing on this tile right here. So you move out of the way and see how the tile looks. You look at the chart and oh, it's this tile. It looks exactly like this tile. So it's somewhere up the staircase. Let me actually open this up in Paint, because some people were like, that's too hard for me, man. I can't remember all of this stuff. And for me it's super simple. Like, you see these like cracks in the tile. They pretty much just, okay, wrong color. They just tell me like this. To me it's just an arrow that points to the top left. This is like an arrow that points up. And this is like an arrow that points down. Maybe I'm just autistic, but this is how I see it. And this is some random shit. So it's the only option left, so it's to the right. Learn it the way you can remember it. I can't help you any further with that. These are the infos I can give you. Use them or don't. And so for the next kind of easy stuff. Next is the ascent, which is pretty simple in my opinion. You just have to go to the top left in Act 4. Over the bridge. Wait, okay. Actually, a bit more to the right. Top left and... yeah, just go to the top left, follow this path and boom, you're in Act 5. It's the complete opposite in Act 9. In Act 9 you just have to go to the top right. So just go to the top right and there it is. And then just go bottom right and you will find the next path. And then I think it's... this is a bit random sometimes, but I still think it's either down right or up right somewhere. Yeah, like this. And that's it. So we covered this area in a different video. Chamber of Innocence is pretty big. And it's literally the same in Act 5 and Act 10. So you just go up until you can't go up anymore. And that's when you go right or left, because this is not always the same. You just want to keep going up at all costs. And when you cannot go up anymore, like this is a limit, you just go left. Keep going up though if the game lets you. Just keep going like this. And when you can neither go up nor left anymore, you just go down. And when you can't go down anymore, you just go to the right. And okay, yeah, here it is. So basically just run a big spiral. Same in Act 10. And yeah, there's the simple layouts where I can just say run in this pattern. And the next stuff will be a bit harder, but still fairly simple compared to what most people think. So the Val City is basically split in literally 4 layouts. So these are all the layouts. And first, you have the cliff. So when you run to the area, you see a cliff. You just go left, go up. If you hit a cliff, go left and up again. But if you hit a stone wall, go right until you can go up again. Then go up for just a small bit and go left and you are at the waypoint. The next one is the full wall, as it's called. It's like just the whole screen, the whole upper screen is like a wall. You just go left when you see that, then you go up until you can go to the right, and then just turn around and you hit the waypoint. Next one is the half wall, and this is where it gets a bit tricky because you run up, and if it takes you like 2 screens or something to see a wall to the right and an opening to the left, you just go left, go straight up, then to the left when you hit another wall, turn around and you hit the waypoint. But if it takes you more than just 1 or 2 screens to hit the wall, you just have to turn around, go a bit to the right until you can go up again, then turn around again, and you hit the waypoint. And that's all the layouts for the Val City. Next one is Brian King's Reef. Also just 4 layouts. And in this one, you basically just go straight up, down right, and check if this is blocked. If it's blocked, it's pretty much a bit to the left, down, then run around, and top left, and it's like this every single time it spawns on the left side. Every single time. So the next layout is the most simple layout, and I think the fastest layout. When you run down, and you neither get blocked nor hit a few bumps. You just go to the right, and it's pretty straightforward. Even though I had my problems right here, this was like my 7th run, just still figuring out the layouts and stuff. But I got the hang of this pretty quickly. Next layout is when you go down and you hit basically a wall, you just have to go around the wall, go straight up, and you hit the boss. Every single time. And the last layout is, this is actually, I will just continue. You can go down here and hit it, but I tend to just check if I get a few bumps, like 1, 2, 3. And then if I get 3 bumps, or maybe just 2, you need to practice this to get it right, I think, a bit. But in general, I do it like this because I see the bumps, I just turn around again, and hit the boss. But later I discovered you can just go down here and it's faster. And this is probably the better way that you should go when you don't see the way blocked. But you might mistake this layout for layout number 2, where you can just run through and you run down and you hit the wall. So I would personally just go for the bumps, and if I see them, turn around. And I mean, it's not that much slower. It is slower, but not that much. And it's safer for me. Better, I recognize it easier. So let me take a sip. Okay, next one is the Belly of the Beast, where it's basically all depending on where you go. So where the start tells you to go. So if you go to the right and then down, and you must go up, then it's pretty much every single time this exact layout. If it tells you to go down to the left, and you have to keep going down, it's this layout quite often. If it goes down, and this is pretty similar with the first layout, but this is just like basically almost identical every single time, but this has more differences. Like sometimes the way is here, sometimes it's over here. But in general, just go down, just go left, down, right, up, and check if check for these entrances to the left, and if they don't end in a dead end, just follow through and you should find the exit. And the last layout is pretty much if you go to the left and it just keeps going down and down and down, you basically can just ignore all of this part and just follow this, and yeah, you find the exit. And now for and also I found this one. I think it spawned like this because of Cassia right here, but I'm not sure. I found this like once in 30 runs. Didn't want to do any more runs, but just know that this is a possibility. And the last is the Val Ruins, and it has so many layouts. Oh man. Oh well, actually, the entrances, you can. It has a lot of layouts, and I will show you these entrances in the top right. I hope so. I hope I managed to do that when I edit the video. But literally, the entrance tells you how the layout is. Like, look at the entrance and the layout, and it's basically almost identical every single time. Even though that's why I have two entrances here. Sometimes it's like a little hook in a straight line, and sometimes it's just a straight line. But both of these are basically identical and only appear in this layout. So the next layout is this. And in general, for the Val Ruins, you either just try your luck. One thing to notice is, in this layout, there's always a big room right after the entrance, and that's how you see that it's probably this layout, where you can just go to the right and go up. Yeah, but you can try to memorize the entrances and the fitting layouts, or just ignore all of this and keep playing like you played before. And these are pretty similar to the next one, because you go around and go left, and in the next one you go around and go up instead. Wait, no, that's the one before this, I think. Yeah, you go around and go up. In the other layout, you just go around and go left. So, yeah, just look at the entrances. They are pretty much almost identical every single time, depending on if the layout is the same. So these are all the layouts I found. And this one didn't want to find a partner, so I left it alone. There are probably more layouts. If you find any more stuff or can prove anything of my information wrong, it's just my experience. Prove me wrong if you can. I don't want to spread false information. But yeah, I hope that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Oh yeah, I will link to Carveruscu in the video description. I think he did the Val City video, but I think, in my opinion, it was pretty... He like scribbled in different colors over all the screenshots, and I think just showing the way like this is more clear, in my opinion. So if you want to have a 9-minute video on just the Val City alone, check it out. It's in the description. And yeah, have fun leveling. And check out my Twitch if you feel like.